Apples and apples, nothing but endless rows of apples. But we all know that the best apple is the Honeycrisp. But not many people know where the best place to pick them is. Luckily, I do. That's why I'm here today.
Hello, Chef Daniel. Come back.
What?
Where are you?
Okay, so where we are right now is we are at Applewood Farms. And come here. Ontario is famous mostly for its produce. For example, corn and strawberries, but most notably apples. And no better place to get them than Applewood Farm. So here's the thing. Many types of apples taste good. Macintoshes, Royal Galas, but in my opinion, and in the right opinion, the best type of apple is the Honeycrisp. And frankly, you don't get to pick them much. Why? Because frankly, a lot of orchards and farms make more money selling Honeycrisps than letting people pick them. And that's really a shame. But the best place to pick Honeycrisps is undoubtedly Applewood Farms in Stouffville, Ontario. Now, if you see here is the last row of Honeycrisp apples. Those rows go down there and way up, probably, you can't see it, but up there about half a kilometer. Row after row after row after row after row. That is some good apple picking.
Now, in our family, apple picking is a tradition, and we always come to Applewood prepared. We get enough apples to feed an army, and you bet there are gonna be some videos involving apples coming out soon. Apple picking is always more fun with my friend Vincent and his family joined us. Apple throwing is definitely an Olympic sport here, and while one may call this food waste, I don't exactly think apples are in short supply here.
Where is Chef Daniel?
The cornfield is also super fun. Don't confuse this with the corn maze. That's going to be coming around later on. 2 sheep also live at Applewood Farm, and they're very nice gentlemen, although the noises they make are pretty disturbing. Around this time, my friend Alexander and his family came to Applewood to join the party at these old tractors that live in Applewood's play area. I was actually trying to shift its gears. That face is weird. And that did not turn out well. They are way too old, and I don't quite think they have any gear oil left. We then hopped on the wagon, and no, not this wagon, for the short trip to Applewood Farms corn maze.
So where we are now is we are in Applewood Farms corn maze, and this place is massive. Lots of little twists and turns to go through. We're gonna have to try to find our way out because I've been going here for years. I've done this a few times, and every single time has resulted in me and a few other people splitting ways and then getting lost. So we're actually gonna try this time.
So, we actually made it all the way through, and once you make it to the other side, you are greeted by Applewood Farms pumpkin patch, one of many actually, and since it's almost Thanksgiving, actually past Thanksgiving by the time this is published, and Halloween is on its way, we all decided to get a few pumpkins, which was a good decision. So, after we finished picking our pumpkins, we went onwards, walked on, and found a hay bale, at which point it was time for, child labor.
Harder. You need to work harder.
Now, there's just one problem with apple picking, which is it is very, very exhausting. So after the apple picking, you need to make sure you can get the most calorific, stereotypically Canadian food there is. Poutine. And no better place to get it than Rose Family Farm is a small, mostly potato farm very close to Applewood, and it makes the best poutine around. I only get this once a year, so it was a real Alexander and his family thought so as well.
Wow, this is the best poutine I've ever had.
So, here's the gist of it. Apple picking is great, especially at Applewood Farms. The apples are delicious, the poutine is better, but there's just one problem. What on earth am I gonna do with all of these apples?